Deloitte Access Economics estimates that approximately 300,000 Australians are living in negative cash flow. High inflation means that hard-working Australians who want to get ahead are only going backwards. It risks the creation of a new generation of working poor. Now, there's a deep conflict between our current economic context and the economic orthodoxy many have supported in recent times, particularly during the pandemic. We've become accustomed to hearing, particularly from our political opponents, that more government and more spending is the solution to all economic challenges. But inflation economics is fundamentally different. Fundamentally different. Big government makes the situation worse. American economist Eric Leeper has documented the many mistakes that governments made through the 60s, 70s and 80s that led to inflation getting out of control and remaining untamed. The mistakes can be characterised very simply. Governments responding by treating the symptoms, not the source of inflation. Treating the symptoms, not the source. This budget makes that very mistake. It gives with one hand while taking away with the other with higher prices and higher taxes. It means the Reserve Bank is slamming the brakes at the same time as the government has the foot on the accelerator, and when you do that, you wreck the engine. A year into this government, Australia has one of the highest core inflations levels amongst major economies. At 6.6%, our core inflation is higher than the UK at 6.2%, the US 5.6%, Canada 4.3%, Euro area at 5.7%. Headline inflation remains stubbornly high, particularly in our services sector. The RBA's latest monetary policy decision should have rung out like an alarm bell through the government about the urgency of the challenge. It was truly a wake-up call. Australians are making, as I said, hard choices every day, yet they are not seeing a government with the willingness to do the same. Inflation now is coming from Canberra, not the Kremlin, and it's Canberra's problem to solve. Inflation will be stronger for longer if governments deny the problem and adopt the wrong solutions. And while many argue that the principles that have driven coalition economic policy have become less relevant in the recent past, the values that drive us give us the right toolkit for the time. We believe that private business drives opportunity and prosperity, not big government. We believe that fiscal discipline is necessary to take pressure off prices. Lower taxes, balanced budgets, spending growth restraint are all essential. We believe that productivity reforms are the key to making life easier, removing supply-side constraints and setting up the economy for medium to longer-term growth. And we believe in backing hard-working, aspirational Australians to get ahead, to lift all Australians together. This is the pathway back to a low-inflation, high-growth economy.